As I was saying, things happen fast. Tyler thought he hit it originally, but we're not sure. But the bear had come back over the ridge as we were headed down, and I got set up. Tyler was on him. I got a solid hit on camera, and he rolled down, and we think he's dead under a log. So we're gonna slowly make our way over there right before dark, and we're gonna hopefully go recover our bear. Hell yeah! This is exciting. This has been a hell of a trip, and we're just about to put some meat in a tree and make it that much better. And we still have 4 days left, so this has just been epic. But stay tuned. We should have a bear to show you before dark. Can you pull him out of there? We got it done. Wilderness bear. What? You need a hand? Oh, that's a good bear. Show me his big old noggin down there, and then we'll... That might be the bear they saw yesterday, or 2 days ago. All right, we're going to drag him out of this hole, and then we'll get a real interview.
All right, so me and Levi were sitting on the ridge top, and we spotted a sow. Well, we first saw one bear, got set up, got all excited, 2 cubs come out, so we're like, oh, dang it. So we hiked up a little bit further. We're sitting on this ridge and just glassing, waiting for the evening, and Levi looks over and goes, there's a bear. So he was on the ridge top, waiting for Levi to get the camera set up, and shot, thought I hit it. So we started going over to check, and he started moving down the ridge, and about 300 yards, Levi got set up. I got set up and pinwheeled it. Pretty good bear, good medium-sized bear. First Frank Church bear. Yeah, so we're pretty excited. Got a bear down. We got 3 more to shoot, right? So 3 more to go. We're not too far from the airstrip, so we're gonna take this one back to camp, prep it, and it's gonna be a late night.
All right, sitting here with Tyler's bear. Sorry we don't have enough room or time to set up the tripod and get both of us in here, but been a wild day. What is this, bear 10 in 4 days? Finally got one in range that didn't have cubs. It's a good sized medium bear. Saw a sow with 2 cubs, and we got all set up before we saw the cubs, and luckily they came out when they did, so we were a little disappointed. Moved a little further up the ridge and sat down, and we've been there for a couple hours. And then I just happened to look down where I've been looking all day, and there was a big black blob, and Tyler got set up, and I couldn't get him in the camera, but he took a shot because he was working away from us, and we thought he hit him. So we sat down for a minute and then decided to work down here, and all of a sudden he come down the ridge again. I had enough time to get set up. We got the kill shot on camera, and I could see him through my spotting scope hiding behind the log down here. We found him pretty quick, and now we're gonna get to work because we got about a half-hour daylight left, and luckily we're about halfway between camp and the airstrip, so I think we'll get them all processed up and hang them in the creek bottom down here just off the trail, and then go back to camp for the night, and then we'll pack them down to the airstrip maybe, and then maybe we'll come back and do the same thing tomorrow. There's a lot of bears in here, so I don't know, but we're gonna get to work because it's gonna be a late night, and we still got to get firewood and all the other good stuff back at camp. So nice work, Tyler. All right, so Tyler and I got the bear loaded. Can't hardly see us, but it's about 9 o'clock, so made quick work of it. I have all 4 quarters and some fat, and Tyler has the hide and the head. So here we go. We just got to get across this ravine over to the side we were on, and then shouldn't be too bad from there. So we'll show you what we do with the meat when we get it hung up in the tree. All right, we'll check in later. Go spring bear hunting, they said, huh, Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, the trekking poles are kind of a fucking joke in here. We're gonna make it. Well, I hope you guys can hear me all right. We got the bear hanging in the tree right off the main trail. It's hanging about, I don't know, half a mile from the airstrip, but it needs to hang for the night anyway. So we're gonna head back to camp for the night, get some rest, get some dinner, maybe have a cigar, and then get some sleep. And then mid-morning we'll come back, grab the meat, take it all the way to the airstrip, and then we'll, come up with an afternoon hunt plan. But we got her done. What do you think, Tyler? Hell yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just hanging back down the trail. We'll show you guys where we did. We hung it where a creek meets the main river, so it's gonna get nice and cold tonight. So then we can shove the meat in a trash bag and put it in the river, since we still got, what is today? Tuesday? We still have 5 days, 4.5 days till we get picked up. So anyway, check in later. All right, well, as you can see, we're back on the trail. Took it easy at camp today, hung out with everybody. They saw a big bear yesterday, so we were swapping stories and cleaning things up. Got a little firewood today, so we don't have to do it in the middle of the night if we get back late tonight. But
Chris and Kylie saw a pretty good bear last night. They're going to try to put a game plan on it for today.
yeah, they're gonna try to make a play on their bear today. We're gonna go get Tyler's in the river, and then we're gonna go sit on the carcass and watch all those south facers again today and see if we
Hopefully
can.
catch a wolf on the carcass. I have a good feeling about it. We got a lone wolf in there that's been scrummaging pretty heavy. I think he'll get on that carcass. Might get a wolf kill today. Would be epic.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear Tyler, but there's a lone wolf that we've seen once close by, so we're hoping he's hungry and he'll be on the carcass today. So see what happens. But we're gonna weigh our packs when we get to the airstrip and see how much meat we have, and then we're gonna load up food for everybody and head back to where we were yesterday. We're gonna hang the food down by the trail, and we'll grab it on our way back. But then we can buy ourselves a couple more days. There's an outfitter that was in the area yesterday. Sounds like he talked to Chris and Kylie, and he's gonna go to the other end of the airstrip. So we're not hunting the same area. So we don't see any reason to move now. There's a bunch of people the other direction, so we're just gonna keep hunting the bears we're seeing. Anyway, that's it for now. All right, well, we made it to the airstrip. We're just getting a cheat meal in, adding some calories while we're at the airstrip. I didn't think about the fact I didn't have dinner last night, so I'm gonna chow down on some biscuits and gravy. Tyler's having some chicken Alfredo pasta, and then I'm gonna do a quick baby wipe bath, get some new socks and skivvies, and then we're actually loading up 2 more days of food for everybody, and then Tyler and I are actually going to add an extra day just in case we want to stay till Saturday night in there. We met, I'm not going to name names, but we met somebody on this airstrip on our way by that makes some really good content that I've actually learned a lot from, so it was cool to meet a guy like that out here. And shout out to him and his team. They ran into some guys in our group yesterday, and they changed up their plans and went to the opposite side of the airstrip to kind of leave us alone, which was really nice of them. There's plenty of country, but as you can imagine, if you try to go into one of these areas, it'd be kind of a heartbreaker to have 5 guys move into your your spot. But so shout out to those guys for doing the cool thing. That's what I would do, and that's what I would hope most of you would do if you get in somewhere and somebody's already been there for 3 or 4 days and they've got 3 or 4 days left. But anyways, enough of that. We're gonna hang some meat and get changed, get loaded, and then we're gonna lay the extra food by the trail where Tyler's bear was hanging, and then we're gonna head back up and go see if we can't find us another bear. What do you think, Tyler?
Oh yeah, we're gonna find a wolf on our gut pile.
That's the plan. We're hoping to catch that lone wolf that we saw running around a few days ago, or maybe get a bear coming in. Something. We haven't heard. There's no coyotes in the area. We haven't heard any howling, which is kind of cool and rare. But anyways, beautiful day here. It's gonna get hot, so we're gonna get this meat hung, and then we gotta do a little climbing. But should be a good day. Hopefully, we got some excitement to show you in a little bit. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me, but Tyler and I have made it to sitting spot 1 from yesterday. We can see the area where Tyler's carcass is. So we're just gonna hang out here for a bit and then probably slowly make it to where we shot from and sit there till dark. See if anything comes into the carcass or if we can pick up another bear to go after tonight. But it's hot today. We've been jumping shade to shade up this ridge. But Operation Hang Meat and Get Food is over, and we're now back to hunting. So, what time is it, Tyler?
1:31.
It is 1:30, so we got lots of time. We got up here perfect time. So now we're just gonna pick our way up this ridge. Just hope to get lucky again. There is a slight breeze, which when you're in the shade, it feels amazing. So, fingers crossed, it's my turn tonight. Later. Alright, well, just an update. We're sitting here where we were sitting last night when Tyler's bear popped out, so it is almost 5 o'clock, so should be getting good. Had a pretty quiet day today, but seemed I think every bear except for one was seen after 6, so they haven't been getting too early of a start, and then it was really warm today, so I don't see them doing anything different, so we're just gonna hang out here and fingers crossed we find a bear tonight. Hopefully it's in range. If not, we'll see where it goes and try to make a game plan to get on tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Well, good morning. I forgot to do a update last night. We got back to camp, made some bear nuggets and a little bit of bear fat that we got off of Tyler's bear. Hung out, had dinner. That crashed pretty hard. So last night we were in that spot where Tyler got his bear, and we were thinking, well, I guess we'll go on our 3-mile, go to the spot that's 3 miles down the trail the other way since we're not seeing anything today. And so about, I don't know, 45 minutes before dark, we loaded up and started. Or actually before that, right as the sun was going down behind the hill and it was hard to see everything, we were glassing, I picked up a wolf across the canyon from us, but it was so quick that by the time I realized what I was looking at, he had already moved off. So I wasn't able to get any footage, but it was a wolf for sure. It was a big gray dog, and it was zigzagging its way up this open meadow on the other side. But I caught him right at the top end and never could find him again after that. And then we decided we should start moving down the ridge. So we got all loaded up, started heading down the ridge. And just before we dropped off the end to get down to the river, I saw something that looked like a bear, but looking through my binoculars, I was like, man, that's just a big black boulder. And then I was like, man, it looks like it's moving. It was like, I don't know, 15 yards below the top of the ridge, about, I don't know, 900 yards away, and all of a sudden it started moving. It was a giant black bear. And by the time I got my spotter down, my pack down, spotter out, he was already, I think he crested the ridge and just worked away from us. So we sat there for till dark. He never came out, so we're actually gonna be packing up camp today, Tyler and I at least, and we're gonna actually go back to the airstrip and camp there and keep hunting that same spot for the next couple of days. It's about well, I don't know, a mile and 3/4 from where we're camping with everybody else to the ridge that we're going up, and it's about a half a mile, if that, from the airstrip. So we've done an extra like 3 miles the last 2 days to get down there and back. And so yesterday we went down there and grabbed food for everybody. And then last night we left our food and spotters at the ridge that we've been going up on the end of the edge of the trail, so we can grab all that and go back to the airstrip today to set up camp, and then we're going to hunt from there for the rest of the trip. So lots of moving parts, but we were going to go, like I said, to that other spot, but don't leave bears to find bears. That's what we've been kind of going by. So we know we know there's a bear in the area. It's an awesome draw. There's a lot of cover, so it's tough to glass, but I think we're gonna move up the ridge a little more today and get where we can see even more, and then we're gonna get real aggressive. And if we see a bear, we're gonna make a play, no matter what time, no matter where it's at. Well, we got good weather today and tomorrow, and then rain moves in until we're out of here. So I'd like to get another bear down today or tomorrow. So that's the update. Tyler's got the stove ripping in the tent. We're gonna dry everything out, have some breakfast, and get on the trail. So it's gonna be a morning of moving. So anyways, that's where we're at. Check in later. On that note, we're live. So as you can see, Tyler and I are all loaded up. We're nice and light though, because we don't have any food, and we left our spotters at the intersection of where we've been going up and down, so probably 20 pounds lighter than when I went in, so it doesn't feel bad at all. I wish it was always this light, but anyway, we're gonna grab our stash of stuff, head back to the airstrip, set up camp really quick, and then we're gonna bomb back up to where we've been the last couple days, get up there by early afternoon, and hopefully something will come out where we can see it, and we're gonna do our best to make a play on it tonight. We've got 2 good days of weather, today and tomorrow, and then the inReach says it's gonna get wet, so we might be stuck in the tent and glassing around the airstrip those 2 days and seeing if we can't get lucky. But anyway, we've got about 2 miles to the airstrip, and then we'll get set up, probably hang around a bit, and then head for the mountain. So check in a bit. All right, well, as you guys can see, we're on the mountain now. We are across the drainage from where Tyler killed this bear a couple days ago, where we sat last night. can, if we move out to the point of the finger we're on, we can see the draw that bear was in it last night really well. So we found some shade because it's unbelievably hot this afternoon. It's probably, what do you think, 75? Probably 75 degrees. 200. In the sun, it's fucking brutal. So we went through some major brush and downfall to get up here, but we're gonna sit here probably until dark and hope something comes up. We can see really good into some of these draws that have water and a lot of green feed. So here we go. As you can see, it looks like my face is sunburnt. It's been sunny the last couple days, so it's starting to wear us down a little bit, but tonight's the night. We're gonna get another bear. Check in later. So I finally got smart and gave Tyler my other microphone, so hopefully you
probably hear me now.
Hopefully you can hear him a little bit better, but we wanted to go over our afternoon routine when it's unbelievably hot. I was playing some music, so we're not going to see any bears anytime soon. But you can see that Tyler's got his boots off. What's the song called? Dancing at the Pink Pony Club?
Pink Pony Club. This is our theme song for this hunt.
This is our theme song. Tyler's played it like 100 times. So for all you small town girls that work at a gentleman's club, you'll enjoy this video. But so Tyler's got his boots off, feet on his gaiters.
It was hot coming up the hill. It was full sun, 75 degrees, all sweaty. Now we're in our spot.
What you're not going to believe is he's wearing 1,000-gram insulate boots.
I don't like my feet to get cold.
He wears them on every hunt. Me, on the other hand, I have
tennis shoes,
normal boots, and I am in the same condition. My feet are unbelievably sweaty. So we're going to dry our feet and our socks out, let our boots air out for a couple hours because it's only 2 o'clock and it's hot. So
it's hot.
We're not expecting too much movement for the next few hours.
Yeah, all the bears have been coming out at last hour of light. Yeah.
This finger we're on benches out in the sun, and you can see back up quite a ways to where I saw that big black bear last night. I don't know if I told you guys about, but we're hoping he comes out a little closer, and then we can see the other way quite a bit. So
don't forget about the wolf we saw in here too.
Yeah, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but there was a wolf kind of on the same ridge we're on, just way up the canyon. So we're hoping something pops out tonight. We get some excitement. We got camp all moved and set up at the airstrip this afternoon, so we're committed to this area for the next 2 to 3 days. Today's supposed to be nice, tomorrow's supposed to be nice, and then there's supposed to be a bunch of rain Saturday and Sunday, so fingers crossed we can get some shots off in the next couple days, and then we can take it easy when it's raining outside. So anyway, hopefully you guys can hear Tyler better.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll check in when we get some excitement. Right. Hopefully we see some animals. What do you think, Tyler?
All it is ball. Doesn't get any better than this. This is life right here.
No, this trip's been awesome. The only way to get any better is if we can fill a couple more tags. So here we go. Yeah, way wrong ridge. He's taking a shit. Oh, that's a good bear, Tyler. God, he's way wrong ridge and way the fuck up there. Try to keep it somewhat pixelated. Right now? Fuck, we won't even get across the canyon before it's fucking dark. It'll take us fucking... We definitely... Man, that's a fucking long ways up there. So where... Oh my god, Tyler, that's damn near the fucking top. I don't think it's the same bear. Unless you were way off on your coordinate. You were one ridge over.
Yeah. I kept taking my eyes off.
Trying to... And out of sight he goes. He Moves like a big bear.
You on the log?
He's straight behind where he was. No, don't touch it. No, he's right there.
You can't see me anymore.
I don't want to, just in case we lose him again.
Oh.
Just waddling up. He must have just been behind that rock that whole time. I don't know, his ears are on the far outside of his head, Tyler. Is that big? I thought they were supposed to be closer together if he was big.
I don't know. I thought I could judge him, but I mess up all the time.
From what I understand, the ears are supposed to be on top of the head if it's a big bear. And no, that's a small bear, Tyler.
Really?
Yeah. Look at his ears. They look huge.
We don't care.
Yeah, we do. That's fucking on the moon. Yeah, I think that's a cub. Well, not a cub, but God, they're so hard to judge. But his ears look really big. Those things are so hard to judge. All right, well, as you can see, Tyler and I are back in the tent. We did find one bear, but it was a long ways away. Nothing came out where we thought that it was going to come out. So we were up there from about 2:30 till 7:30, 7:45. A couple deer went by, some elk went by, but no bears close enough to shoot. We saw one that was about 1,200 yards away, so we got a game plan for the morning. We're going to get going at a decent hour and try to get all the climbing in before it gets hot. We had dinner. Tyler's got the stove going.
Yeah.
And we're going to get some rest and get up and do it again tomorrow. 3 days left. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tomorrow looks like the last decent weather day. It's probably going to be hot, so we're going to get the elevation climbed, hopefully before it gets too warm, and then we'll just tinker around all day up there, I guess. It's going to be, what, 1,200-foot elevation and blow down brush. It's going to probably be a mile from the trail by the time we get to where we're going to sit. So anyway, we'll check in the morning. Gonna get some shut eye, and yeah, that's it for tonight. What do you think, Tyler?
Oh, having a good old time. It's fun.
Yeah, it's been a fun adventure. We just need another bear or two before it's over. All right, check in later. Well, good morning. There's Tyler through his trekking poles, having some coffee. We're looking at this beautiful hillside with there's some white-tailed deer up here, but wearing my Peaks ridiculous idea of a sleeping bag, but it's been kind of nice. I've been up for an hour and I haven't left my sleeping bag yet, but I've made coffee, sat in my chair, even went pee without taking my sleeping bag off. Anyways, We have a Dyneema Peaks TP and a Sil Poly right here, so I thought I'd show you guys the benefit to the Dyneema over the Sil Poly. Here, I'll get it turned around here. So you can see that the Dyneema one is all just like we left it yesterday when we set it up. There's actually a couple of these Sil Poly TP set up here at the airstrip, but see if you can see it a little bit better. You can see that it's super saggy. The other one kind of looks the same here. That's kind of a better view of it. You can see that. Now when we get back tonight, they'll be all nice and super tight because that fabric just expands and contracts with the temperature variations. And when it's 80 degrees during the day, and I think it was 28 this morning when we woke up, there's just a lot of variation, so they tend to sag. The unfortunate thing is, if we were sleeping in one of the Sil Poly ones, I think we would have been licking the tent this morning. But yeah, just thought it would be helpful to see that in the field. You know, the Dyneema is waterproof, doesn't stretch. It's a little bit lighter. It doesn't save you a bunch of weight on the Peaks TP just because of the design and all the seams, but there's some real advantages. It's a lot more expensive, but it's nice to not have to worry about the tent sitting on your face when there's cold, wet weather. The other advantage is when you get a bunch of rain and snow, the tent won't wet out and get heavy. It's just like a tarp, so it doesn't absorb any moisture, so you just shake it off, throw it in a bag, and move on. It's the same weight it was when you got here. But anyway, I thought that might have been helpful. You can see the mountain behind me. There's a bear in there. We saw him from somewhere in here on the other side of that ridge where we were sitting last night, and he came out a half hour before dark, so maybe an hour before dark, just not enough time to make a play. So we're gonna go after him today. Hopefully Tyler spotted him, so unless he's nice enough to let me shoot if he's in range, Tyler will whack him and we'll stack him at camp. And we got 2 more days after today, but supposedly there's weather moving in, so we're gonna try to get it done today. But anyway, there's Tyler just enjoying the view. It's been a nice relaxing morning. We're gonna get loaded up and get started so we can try to get up that hill before it gets too hot this afternoon. So we'll leave here in about a half hour. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. Definitely healthy deer numbers in here. All right, so we're here at the Levi and Tyler Water Cantina for 4th morning in a row getting water at the same spot. So this is where we go up the ridge. Hard to see, but last night we went up this side. The other few days we've gone up this way. So today you can kind of see we're going to get up on this ridge, and we're going to get clear to the top hopefully and make a play on that bear. But there's a pretty nice creek right here, nice and ice cold. So I'm going to fill up my Hydro Pack 3-liter water bladder or water bottle, and I have my 1 liter water bottle. It's pretty much full from this morning, so we're gonna fill this up, throw it in the pack, and go hunting. So wish us luck. We've seen bears. Tyler killed a bear in this spot the first day we were in here. This will be the fourth day in a row hunting this area, and we've seen bears every day. We picked up that jet black right before dark, way up high on the opposite side, so we're gonna head up that way and try to make a play. And then if not, if we don't see him, we can see all the south faces in this same canyon really well from up there. We haven't been up there yet, so we could see other bears today. So anyway, I'll check in when we get up the mountain later. All right, so I wanted to run you guys through our epic location here. So right there is where Tyler's bear died 3 days ago now. Right over there is where I spotted that bear at last light 2 days ago. Right on that finger right there is where I spotted the wolf 2 nights ago. And then last night, Tyler picked up a bear clear on the southwest face, way up towards the top there. So we're headed up here. We're going to go around the top, and there's a knob right here that looks back to where that bear was. So we've got some work to do, but this will also be able to see all of these southwest faces really well from up there. So I'm sure we'll pick up a bear, but hopefully Tyler's bear is where we left him last night. What do you think, Tyler?
Oh, plus there was a wolf spot on the other side.
Oh, and yeah, the first full day we were here, just around that corner, there was a jet black bear and a wolf right on the other side right there. And then clear over there on that opposite face, there was a sow with 3 cubs, all blonde. And then up that next canyon on the back side is where Chris and Kylie have been on a big black boar until last night. They said they didn't see it. So we're definitely in the bears. So fingers crossed. This is going to be an epic day. Oh, and then I forgot to do this here. You can see our tents way down there, and then a plane just flew in. I think that's the outfit I was emailing with. I think they have clients that were coming in today. They were going to go on the trail that's way up over there. So hopefully they'll kick some bears into our canyon for the next few days. Today is the last day of good weather. So hopefully I get a chance to fling some lead down range, or Tyler can get another bear. Also, the avalanche lilies are popping. We're on a south facing knob kind of, but I think they're going to be popping. I found one over there yesterday, so we thought for sure a bear was going to come eat it, but it never happened. Anyway, check in later. Oh, there's an ant on my phone. All right, Tyler and I are sitting up probably 3/4 of the way, maybe a little more to where we want to go. But
Doing the death hike in the 70-degree weather.
Yeah, it's hot. We haven't had a tree for shade in, I don't know, the last probably hour of hiking, 45 minutes. We're drinking water like we have a lot of it, which we don't.
We got 4 liters.
We started with 4 liters. We're each down to less than 3 probably after we have our energy drinks here on the mountain for the last little push. What time is it? I think it's a little after 1.
It is exactly 1 o'clock.
Look at that. It's 1 o'clock. So let's see if I can. Right there is our tent. So we've made a pretty good hike. We're trying to get just around this corner is where the bear was, and then we're gonna go up to the top and around to try to not push him out of the area. But it's been a grind this morning.
Beautiful weather.
Yeah, it's sunny and 75. There's a nice little breeze right now, which has been great. But yeah, that's an update. We're putting all of our eggs in this basket today. we flirted with the idea of staying on the mountain tonight, even though
coyote out.
we're not exactly prepped for it, but if we don't see anything up here tonight or we don't get one, I don't really want to do this hike again, so we might just stay up here today, and tomorrow I can make my food last. So hopefully we kill one tonight.
Hopefully.
And then it's just going to be a super long night, because even up here on this finger, the ridge top we're on, it sucks.
If we kill one tonight, we'll definitely coyote out.
Yeah.
We'll eat bear meat.
We'll have lots of bear meat and we'll sit by a fire all night. But anyways, that's the update. So check in later. Alright, well, Tyler and I have moved into a decent spot for the night. As normal, it doesn't look anything like what we were expecting it to look, but there's a ton of good country in here, so we're just posted up. We can see a really, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a really green saddle right below us. Almost looks just like the saddle that Tyler was shot his bear in a couple days ago. We're just quite a bit higher now. So fingers crossed one steps out in range. We're torn. If we kill a bear, we're definitely staying up here with limited supplies. If we don't get anything tonight, we're not sure what we're going to do. The hike up here took quite a bit longer than we expected. We thought we would get out of the blowdown in the tall brush at some point. We never did, so it's just a shit show. So anyway, we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully something steps out. So that's where we're at. Tyler's all zoned in because we just had a little excitement that turned out to be a brush or a burnt stump with a piece of brush in front of it that was moving, so it looked like it was a bear with a head turning. So we just got settled down after a little bit of a you know what show, getting spotters set up and ranging and everything. So anyway, we'll see what happens here tonight. The other group just got down to the airstrip this afternoon. They're going to take it easy today and tomorrow. The weather has changed. It's supposed to stay fairly nice for the next couple days, so we'll see what happens. Alright, well, update from the mountain. As you can see, we're still on it. We got to where we could see, as we showed you in the video, and there was actually a couple bears down in the hole below us, but I could never see them, and Tyler only had one shot opportunity, and we're not even sure what it was, but we're all set. We're sleeping on the mountain. We don't have a tent, but weather's supposed to be good. Not supposed to get too cold tonight either, so we're gonna hang out up here. We got a couple liters of water each, and I don't know, half a day's worth of food, so we're gonna be good. We'll get this fire going and kind of hang out, and then we'll hunt our way back down the ridge in the morning. So that is the update. I'm sure I'll check in here in a few hours when Tyler's snoring and I'm sitting here scared to death in the dark, because I don't know if we've talked about this yet, but I'm a little bitch in the dark, so this is going to be a first for me. I've done this with a tent and totally planned, not just winging it, but we'll be fine. It's going to be a pretty mild evening. We will make it through the night. Maybe we'll kill a bear on the way down in the morning. Alright, check in later. Well, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but Tyler and I had our dinners, and we're just getting cozied in here. see how the night goes. I have a spare battery bank that's in my pack at all times, so I'm just getting a quick charge up on a few devices, checking in with some people, and then gonna try to fall asleep. The earlier to sleep, the earlier the morning comes. So got a nice little fire going, and then we'll be headed to sleep. So we'll check in the morning. So anything to say, Tyler?
This is awesome.
Yep, we couldn't have picked a better night. It's supposed to be pretty warm, clear. And then tomorrow we'll poke around up here for a while and then try to find some water, because I think we're going to be needing water before the afternoon. So we'll see what we can turn up. So anyways, good night. Well, as you can see, we made it through the night. It was not as amazing as you think it was. We kept the fire going all night. Got little naps in here and there. The crazy part is, we're pretty sure the bear that we saw right before dark was a sow with cubs, because we could hear what we're pretty sure is a cub crying throughout the night. So it was a little unnerving having a sow with cubs as a neighbor to our little spike camp, but it's sunny out. It's a new day. We've got a little bit of water and a little bit of food, so we're going to go find a place to sit and glass for the morning and come up with a plan. But we made it through the night, so we'll check in later.
Branch will let myself in. Looking here. That's not good.
You're on camera.
Oh, hi, camera.
Trying to document how fucked this is. Ow. Wait. Now we're cruising. We haven't hardly touched the ground in the last few hundred yards. Just a disaster. All right, well, we found some water, luckily. We found a spring, so we just took my trekking poles apart and got this nice little pour spout here. So we're gonna fill up so we have enough water for the day. We're getting ready to head up on a ridge to sit for the afternoon and look for bears. Bears, wolves, anything that'll come out really. But yeah, you always got a way to make water if you have a trekking pole, especially Peaks sissy sticks.
Oh, they're the best water spotter.
We're sitting here glassing underneath the tarp, and we heard something start rolling, and Tyler's jet boil took a tumble, and then he watched his little cup roll down the hill. Luckily, it hit a log, but yeah, he had to go after it. The look on his face said, "I'm not going to get that piece of shit," but he did. What do you think, Tyler? That was pretty funny, huh?
That was entertainment.
Yeah. We're stuck. We're not really stuck under the tarp, but there's been rain squalls moving through, so I threw up the tarp so our stuff could stay dry. But anyway, I just thought that was pretty funny. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but Tyler and I are riding out a windstorm in my Kafaro sheep tarp on the mountain. We're having flashbacks to last year when our tent fell down in the middle of the night, but we've had major thunderstorms this afternoon and heavy winds. It's just out of control. I don't know what happened, but my tarp's doing something weird. Alright, I'm gonna have to check in later. Welcome to spring bear hunting. When we got to the ridge, it was ridiculously hot. We were chasing shade, had our boots and our socks and our gaiters off, drying out our feet from sweating all the way over here, to an hour and a half later it was like 50 degrees and trying to rain, and then it was blowing 50 miles an hour and raining, and now we're back to chasing the shade because it's back to 80 degrees. So yeah, that's where we are. Go spring bear hunting. It's crazy, but fingers crossed the TP down at the bottom at the airstrip didn't get as high a wind as we did, because I don't have it rocked out like I normally do, and it's staked into some pretty soft ground, but I'm sure it's fine. We were just up here on the windy side of the ridge trying to glass it, so we tried to ride out the storm, and my tarp we ended up pulling a few stakes in the tarp and bagging it and just hiding out under a tree for a little while. But pretty wild weather. Normal spring bear. 3rd year in a row. All right, bye. One of the bad things about camping in a nice big open field and having some blood and stuff on your pack, these bees are swarming my stuff. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do to get going today, but there is a ton of them. What do you think, Tyler?
Man, my beard's still dry.
All right, well, as you can see, Tyler and I are back on the trail. We had a lazy morning. We ate dinner and got right in bed after our adventure on the mountain. So we hung out. We didn't leave camp till noon. We just had to cross this creek because
the river.
The bridge, as you can see, is only about halfway. So we just, I'll insert video here, and you'll see us crossing the creek in our gaiters. I think both of our feet stay pretty dry.
Oh, my feet are not wet at all.
Tyler's in 14-inch, 1,000-gram insulated boots, so I don't think anything can get through those.
I like my warm feet.
But yeah, we're headed up to a trail we haven't been on yet. We're gonna climb 1,500 feet or so and see what it looks like. So that's where it is.
Yeah, we killed bear tonight.
I text my wife for permission to go to the next leg of the hunt in a different area that would add 3 or 4 more days, and I haven't heard back. So hopefully I kill a bear tonight, and then I don't have to push the limits. Babe, I love you. Thanks for letting me do this. All right, talk to you guys soon. Well, Tyler and I made it up the trail, and I think we both feel the same that we're in some pretty darn epic country. Kind of wishing we had more time than just tonight, but we were seeing bears where we were until yesterday. So what do you think, Tyler?
It's pretty cool. So Levi spotted a big bear a few days ago on the other side of this ridge, and then went up over the top, and we see where he was going. We're sitting in the canyon. We're hoping he's still in here.
Yeah, we're hoping to get lucky. Bottom of the ninth. Looks like we have some weather rolling in, so we'll see what happens. We heard a couple thunders, whatever you want to call it, and we'll see what happens. But we're gonna just work our way back and forth on this trail, overlooking this really good spot.
Hoping we hit a home run on the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, we're hoping to get real lucky tonight, but I think we're in the best spot we possibly could be. All new country. Nobody's been up here, it looks like, this year. So hopefully the fact that nobody's been here means there's something making us home right now. So
plane comes in the morning to pick us up.
Yeah, we got to be ready to go by 10 o'clock in the morning. So we got till 10. So we got till dark tonight to get it done, and no rush to get it out of here. The trail is actually really nice coming up here, even though nobody's been on it. We came up in the heat of the day. Obviously, you saw when we left. It was hot, but we haven't seen a single animal move before 6 o'clock in, 8 days,
Yeah.
7 days. So we weren't really too concerned about getting here until now. It's 4:15 now, so we got 3 good hours, and then if we don't see anything, we're going to poke down the trail really slow because it kind of bends around these fingers where you can see a little ways. Hopefully the wind isn't killing the mics too much, but all right.
Wish us luck.
Here we go. Today. No, I cried today. I did when I put my gun away.
Put my gun away because we can't shoot that far.
Next to Tyler in the tent snoring. I'm gonna pull these kernels and get back to cooking some meat.
Yeah, they crunch up when they cool off.
Yeah. Oh shit! Throwing them all over the place. I'm gonna have buzzards flying behind me on the highway. What's that smell? What is that flock of birds chasing that truck?
Smells like fried bear and ass.
All right, well, I didn't do a check-in last night. We got back, pulled down some bear meat, got some more fat off the bear, and then we had a feast. They found Chris and Kylie got a bunch of morels from the side of the trail. As you can see behind me, we're all packed up waiting for the plane to come in and get us. It's been a heck of a trip. Wish we could have got more bears, but we saw quite a few animals this year, which was a good improvement from last year. Tyler's headed home to a special bear tag in Utah. Chris and Kylie are headed back to Colorado, and Matt is headed back to Pocatello. I think our plane's about to fly over right now, headed to drop off some hunters at another airstrip. But and then I may be. Let's see if I can find. There he is, right there. I'm headed to Boise area to hunt for a few more days and see if I can't get it done. The wife said that I could do that, so I'm gonna try to get there before dark tonight and get my eyes on the mountain, see what it looks like, and then spend a few days trying to turn up a bear. Tired of not. It's time to fill a tag, so gonna go on a second leg for a few days, see what I can do. Anyways, I'll check in when we land. Plane should be here probably in a half hour since he just flew over. He's going to an airstrip not too far away. But yeah, we're all cleaned up and packed up, so here we go. Tyler still has a lot of energy left, so he's gonna go to work on the runway.
Yeah! He's water in it. 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 It'd be heavier than that.
All right, well, you can see that I'm in the truck, on the move again. Had lunch with the team. Matt headed home. He's missing his wife and kids, so he skipped out on lunch, but I don't blame him. It's hard being out there for 9 days and missing your family, especially the first time you do it. It can be a little much when your feet hit the ground off the plane. You're itching to get home. So anyway, enough of that. I'm actually gonna head home myself. My wife's been doing a great job taking care of things, and felt like it'd be too selfish of me to go down and hunt a few more days. We got my daughter's birthday this weekend, baseball, among other things that she would have to manage without me. So I am going to surprise them and be home tonight around 8 o'clock. So yeah, just on the road. It was a great trip. Already looking forward to next year. Saw a lot of animals this year, made a lot of plays. I even have some bear meat in the cooler in the back because Tyler's freezers are always full. He does a lot of elk hunting and stuff with people, so I get to enjoy some meat even though I didn't fill a tag, which always helps it a little bit more. One of these years I'll get it done, but I was close this year. The bear that Tyler got was close enough for me to shoot it, but I always defer to the camera, always have. I like doing that stuff. I like watching people fill tags and get excited. So anyway, enough of that. We'll check in on the road on the way. But gonna be a long drive, but I'm excited to go see the family. All right, later. Get your feet